let's find out much. But TB claims that KB's 146 points in 4 straight games is the most in 20-something years in the SEC.
Y'all can give it an extra 5. It's cool. I can give it an extra 5. I'll take it.
But Jody Meeks has 134.
Jody Meeks?
Yeah,
Go to school. Cool. Jody Meeks.
all right.
Sounds familiar.
Jody Meeks, he played for the Lakers. He was a shooter, remember? Kobe?
I don't remember.
Yeah, guys. I think something like 18. Let me just go. 18 assists, something like that. Just how good was the ball movement tonight from y'all's perspective? It seemed like, especially in the first half, a lot of guys touching it on every single possession and led to some open shots.
I think it was good. I mean, we actually missed a lot more shots than, we missed a lot of good looks as well. So it definitely could have been higher. But I mean, the way we been spreading, I think we've been spreading the wealth good for about a good 6 games now. I think it's improved since the beginning of the year. And I mean, it's been leading to more points, and our offense is really good right now. And we're just going to keep on using it to keep on driving forward as the season goes on, conference play.
KB, I know we talk about your scoring all the time. You also had 3 blocks tonight. Just what did you think about your defense and the 3 blocks specifically?
Yeah, that's cool, for sure. I mean, I think the team was more hyped than I was about it. I was just, I was just worried about us winning the game or not. But yeah, I think I'm an all-around basketball player. I know people say things about my defense, but I think that's just he say, she say. I think if people really, watch, I think they'll see the how active I am on the defensive end. I take a lot of pride in it.
Jeremiah, what have this last 4-game stretch been like watching what your teammate there has done?
It's been amazing, playing against him before coming here. I already knew what he was capable of.
We hated each other, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. But besides that, just being with him, actually on the team with him and seeing him grow from the beginning till now, it's just amazing. That's all I can say. It's amazing. 4 3-point, 40, 30-point games. It's crazy. I've never seen it. I've never been a part of it as a 29. You give him 30.
No,
that's basically 30. But yeah, I never been a part of that personally. With another teammate that scores 30 back to back to back to back. So it's so amazing to see.
Yeah, for both you guys, there's been a lot of rough losses this year, along with some good wins. But how nice is it to win on senior night and also get some payback against LSU after the way they beat y'all in Baton Rouge? Maybe KB, you can take that, and then Jeremiah.
He could say he's a senior. I got another year left, so I'm like the senior talk.
As a senior, obviously, like you said, them beating us, it was, we knew coming in, for the seniors and especially for the last game, it was a get back game. So we came out here just with a great attitude, senior day, for the seniors. And actually, I never lost on my senior day. But last year in Cincinnati, we played. Who we play? I don't know. But yeah,
Y'all played us.
2-0.
Y'all played us.
For real?
Y'all played us, but I didn't play them.
Oh yeah.
So you know what I would have been if I would have played.
2-0.
KB, what do you think about paying back LSU? And I know you've got a year left, but you are listed as a senior. I mean, just what'd you think about you guys winning on senior night?
I mean, I think senior night, it's great for the guys who put so much, poured so much of their time into the program, and for the families to come out. I mean, I think it was important for them to get the win. It's important for me as well because, I love all these guys in this team. I mean, people probably can't tell about our record or nothing, but this is the closest I've ever been with my teammates ever. And I mean, it hasn't sunk in yet, and I hope it's no time soon. But like our last game, this is going to hurt me a lot because I mean, this guy right here is my brother. I hang out with him every single day, talking on the phone for him for hours. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's like that with everybody. This is a close team, so I mean, our record doesn't show how much we love each other. But for them to get this win is amazing. I can't wait to go back in the locker room and celebrate with them.
Like you said, you have a year left. Have you decided what you're going to do?
I'm a Razorback.
You're planning to come back?
I'm in this. I'm right here. I'm a Razorback. Ain't nothing changed. You know, I'm
Okay.
a Razorback until the end. So I mean,
One more. You're on 29. You had the ball at the end. I know you're probably dribbling up, but did you give any thought to, hey, I'm going to jack one up, try to get 30, or any thought about that?
no, I ain't gonna show that the team up. We already won. And 30 points don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? The win is more important. So, you know, years from now, nobody's gonna remember, oh, KB had 29 against LSU on senior night. Nobody's gonna remember that. They're gonna remember we won. So
30 point in the win does matter.
Transition game. Kentucky all kind of got it really rolling tonight, plus 10 in transition, and then 10-0 on the blocks. Talk a little bit about kind of having that kind of impact against LSU after what happened down there.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Plus 10 in transition and some 10 blocking shots for the Hawks.
Uh-huh.
Lose about 21
yeah, it
to
was.
LSU. How was it?
Hey,
How did you
I
feel
answered
to
your
turn?
question. Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, you know, coach said he wants to run more, and you know, I think the blocks was I showed activity on the defensive end. So I mean, it was great. I mean, the score shows it. I mean, but it's just one game. You know, we can't get too high. I mean, we got another game coming up with a really good Alabama team. So we want to make sure that we're ready to go tomorrow and practice, and we still keep this thing going and continue to play hard.
Jeremiah, also on the glass for you. You seem to really put in some battles in there against maybe some bigger players that LSU had. What was that like for you to come up with some of those wins?
Like rebound wins.
And just keep the
Yeah.
ball alive.
You know, it's what I do. You know, it's how I was raised, you know, ever since I got the basketball in my hands, you know. So, you know, it felt good just to tap into that mode, you know, just the guy that I am. You know, I'm a team player, so do anything to, you know, to get a win, you know, effort wise, you know, just all around the board. So yeah.
Caleb, what's it been like playing with Jeremiah this year and his energy and the joy that he brings? And JD, what was kind of tonight like for you, just bringing those things I just mentioned?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, this is my road dog right here. Like I said, like last year we hated each other. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I play Cincinnati, I want to make sure I was making sure I was prepared because he used to talk so crazy to us. So I remember he hit a 3 and he was like 2 times, and then you know it used to
My
get me-
nickname.
Yeah, that's his nickname. So I used to get mad, and then you know when he committed here, you know I was the first person to text him. Like I was excited to have him here, and I mean we've been brothers since day one. We hung out since day one, and like his energy never changes. I mean, a play won't be as serious to me, but he'll hype it up so much that you can't help but to get hyped up. And man, it's just like we came a long way, and this is my brother for life. So I mean, you know, I love sharing the floor with him, and who knows, maybe we'll share the floor again, you know, after this out of a Razorback jersey. So you never know God's will, but you know, it's just a
Nice.
blessing to play next to this guy right here, and the rest of my teammates as well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shout out to the guys. You know, they make some big plays. You know, not only for me but for the team. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm just an energetic, you know, guy. You know, I just love the game of basketball. You know, this is my life basically. So I'm gonna do anything to respect the game, to give the game my all. You know, feed my family if that makes sense. You know, so it's only right for me to just to go hard and give my all for my guys, my coaches, the fans, you know, my family, you know, God. So yeah.
Jeremiah, when y'all played LSU down there, Baker, number 9 for them, had 25 points today. He had 3. Just what did you think of the defense y'all played on him?
Good. Actually, the game plan was to, you know, take him out, you know, because he did annihilate us in the first game. It was all luck, but yeah, that was a game plan. You know, it wasn't his night, you know, and the outcome showed. So, but most definitely respect to them. You know, played a good game, good hard fought game, but you know, the outcome was in our favor.
Shout out Coach for preparing us, and shout out to Biggs for executing
For sure.
the game plan.
For sure.
Hey, KB, I think I read you were banged up a little bit earlier this week. Maybe didn't practice on Monday. Just how are you physically, and was there ever any doubt in your mind that you were going to be playing today?
No, there's no doubt. I mean, I'm playing.
It's a warrior.
I'm
right
I'm still banged up, you know, but that's not stopping me. I think Me and Coach Musser are a lot alike. I mean, he's a competitor. I'm a competitor, and that's why I chose to play for him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't missing no games. I broke my foot this summer. My foot has been hurting it's still hurting. You know what I'm saying? And I came back 2 weeks before. I think I came back a week before the first scrimmage game, and only had another week to prepare for Purdue. I'm playing for sure.
Facts.
Yeah, you,
Facts.
I'm sorry. You want to say something? Okay. You guys shot 60% tonight and you've scored like 82 or more points. The last 4 games, obviously 102 at Kentucky. Just what do you think was the key to the 60% tonight? And just what's been the key to the offensive production the last few games? Scores.
I think confidence. I keep saying this, but Coach brought a couple of the guys to the side. I remember me and JD met with Coach, and Coach gave us all the confidence in the world, saying he's going to ride with us no matter what. Just play hard, and I think that gave us all the confidence in the world to go out there and battle. And I mean, it's been showing. I mean, the guys are playing more confident. Everybody's playing harder for each other. And we want to win for we didn't know what being a Razorback was until like you get here. It's a different level of competing. It's a different level of how you handle yourself outside of basketball, inside of basketball. So I think right now, I think we're showing that more. Maybe it doesn't show up as much in the wins and losses, but I mean, it means something to us. So at the end of the day, whether we win or lose, we're still happy to be, in this position that we're in.
Thought on the offensive production.
He said it all. He said it all.
Mike had a good stat about Eric has a really good record when he plays a team that beat him earlier in the year, beat his team. Is there some about the preparation after you guys lose to a team? Obviously, it helps to play at home, but is there something you think about the way Eric prepares teams that you don't get swept very often?
It's personal.
Yeah, very personal. He's the same. Obviously, when it's a team that we lose to, but any team, he's the same. In preparation, he's a what he say. He's a sure rat. So he's a competitive coach. He's been there. He's been there, so he's gonna keep being there. And that's all I can say. He just gonna keep coming.
One more about Alabama. That's fun. You guys you beat Duke, obviously that was a huge win, but you've lost to a lot of ranked SEC teams, giving Kentucky really good games. How excited are you to get to go play Alabama, another ranked team, and have
I'll say it means a lot. Obviously this is the last game before the conference tournament. So, and this is a great opportunity. So for any team, if any team playing a ranked team, it's a great opportunity. So we know what to do. We know the focus, and we're gonna try to pull it off for sure.
you don't want to say something profound? Okay.
That would win to college coach Musselman, 20-8, losing to a team once, and then we played them again. 28, 12-4 in Arkansas. Like I said, lost LSU earlier. 2-1 this year. Beat Georgia, beat LSU.
Offense has been really clicking these last two games against Kentucky and then tonight. And then defensively, your 3-point defense and overall field goal defense compared to the last LSU game was much better. What are your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I thought, offensively, we're playing at a high level, the 18 assists. A lot of guys were playing, running offense through, obviously, L plays a lot of point, but we also played, T Market at a lot of point tonight. And he had, 5 assists and L had 4, so 9 between them. And I thought, JD Davenport, his, ball distribution, especially when they went zone and we stuck him in the middle of the zone. He did a good job of finding people. That probably, I'm assuming, is his season high with the 4 assists. So the 18 assists on the 31 baskets. We're doing a great job of our shot selection. We're even the threes that we miss for the most part are high quality shots, and it's just, it's in this league, it's hard to score a lot of points, but offensively, we are scoring at a high clip, and our team has gotten better. I know that, we played really poorly for an 8.5 minute stretch against Vanderbilt, but other than that, even some of the games that we've lost, Mississippi State, Kentucky, 2 road games, 2 road environments. This basketball team is playing as good, if not better than at any time all season. And that's, what you want a team to do is improve, and 52 points in the second half tonight that's a lot of points to score. So scoring the ball, understanding offensive schemes and such, we've really improved in that manner.
Transition game and the running game kicked into another gear too. That looked really crisp tonight.
Yeah, just guys are running the lanes a lot harder. It's something that we've, talked about. Even our big guys are talking about running more. When they get a clean defensive rebound, when you get a rebound and it's clean and you can get it to an outlet pass, and that's areas that we've always wanted to be a running team, and this team right now is sharing the ball in transition. They're getting to spots a little bit quicker than we did earlier in the year. I thought our Kentucky game was, maybe as good an offensive game since I've been a part of Arkansas the last 5 years. I thought that, we ran the floor super, super hard, did a great job drawing free throws, took threes at the right time. And then obviously with the way that, KB is playing, there's not many players in the history of the SEC that have gone on a scoring, spurt like KB has, and he's defending better, he's defensive rebounding better. And so I think all those things factor into why we're playing really good offensively, and Makai was dominant inside. We had a game plan to try to stop Will Baker. Obviously he hurt us. We changed up our coverages, and I thought we did a great job taking him out of the game. He only had 1 field goal. And certainly that was a major issue for us in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Erica, there were a lot of possessions tonight where Makai just kind of got some easy buckets on that high pick and roll. I mean, how beneficial was that to the offense? Being able to create some easy looks in the half court and that kind of opening other things up for you guys.
Yeah, Kai did a great job. I mean, there's times where, you have to kind of short roll and be a playmaker. And he did that a couple possessions. I think he had 1 assist, and then certainly his rolls all the way to the rim where he can get behind the defensive coverage. He did a great job of that. Basically, flawless offensive game. I mean, it's hard to go 8 of 10. And he's a physical player. So there's, probably his 2 misses. There was some contact because he does do a good job of playing through contact, but he's played his best. You look at his 2-year career at Arkansas, he's for sure played his best basketball. down the stretch of this season. I mean, he's had some great games for us.
Runs 5 assists. Is that, was that playmaking maybe something you saw in the scouting report? He could be more of a facilitator tonight, or just feel for the game and him making plays out there?
Yeah, I mean, we're running him at a little bit more PG. We're playing him more at some point. L's been off the ball at times when they're both in the game. And I think that, T Mark's development is that's probably a position that he can evolve to. He's got advantages because he can see over the defense with his length and his size. And so I thought he did a good job of taking what the defense gave him. He didn't force any shots. He only had 8 field goals attempted, which is probably close to a season low. But he did a great job with his decision making tonight.
We've talked a lot about KB's scoring, but he had 3 blocks tonight. I'm wondering if that's something you've seen at all behind closed doors, or if that maybe surprised you a little bit today, what he did blocking shots today.
I mean, I thought he did a good job pursuing balls, but the 10 blocks is, when you look at the game and it's 10-0 in blocks in an SEC game. That's hard to do. And we can get better at that too. I thought they had a couple layups where we, didn't go vertical. And so that's, something we want to keep getting better. But I thought Davenport had, I don't know if, I knew that KB was going to block some shots, and Davenport, JD's had a few of those this year where he's come from behind and pursued balls. So, defensively, we're doing better taking away the 3. We're doing better guarding star players, and so I think we're improving.
And KB was in here just a minute ago, and he made sure to remind us that he still has another year of eligibility. And he said, "I'm a Razorback." Are those conversations you've already had with him about, returning for next year?
No, I mean, I think with all players, I mean, you play the season out and you see how it unwinds. So it would be unfair for me to speculate either way. I do think he's really happy playing at Arkansas. We're happy with the way that he's progressed, the way that he's evolved as the season's gone on. He's done a great job of buying in, and I think that's why you see the productivity continue to improve. And I mean, he's, like I said, I know that he enjoys playing here and playing in that system, but it's whenever he's makes a decision or whatever's on him.
Wow.
Yeah, Eric, I know you've had some good wins, obviously, but some tough losses in here. But tonight, senior night, you got payback against a team that beat you pretty good in Baton Rouge. How good was it to win on senior night? Because that ceremony probably would have been a drag if you had one at the end after the game. Just how good is it to win on senior night and then get some payback?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like, it's probably hard to go out there and take pictures smiling if you're a competitor. So you want to win on but I'm just I'm happy that the team played well in Bud Walton. We didn't play well last game. I mentioned the 8.5 minutes that we didn't play well. We fought, we got down, and we scrapped and had a chance to tie it. And I mean, you look at the 5 years. I mean, this is the 1 year that we haven't played up to the way that we would like at home. This team has done an incredible job on the road, although wins might not be there. The competitive nature on the road of late has been great. And, we'll see what happens. We're going to play a team that's, the best offensive team in the country, a team that we know will be ready to play. It's you never want to walk in and play a team after they've lost, especially a team that has a chance to play for a national championship like Alabama does. So we just got to regroup. A lot of guys played a lot of minutes, got to get them fresh and ready to play on an early, here we go again. The opponent played on Tuesday. We played on Wednesday, and we have a tip off before you can eat a bagel. So.
Well, Mike alluded to your record, and I guess what maybe you call them payback games. Obviously, playing at home helps, but why do you think you have such a good record in that scenario?
I don't know. I think I do think when you coach at the pro level, I do think that adjustments are a big part of playoff series, and I mean, we didn't play the way we did last time against LSU because we changed who we're playing. We changed our defensive scheme on a guy that killed us in Baker. I think anytime you play a team the second time, you've got to give them a different look. You can't give them a steady diet, but maybe I didn't know the stat till Mike read it. Maybe it's just luck too.
Even when you were at LSU as an assistant, you never lost an LSU Arkansas. You've never been on the losing end of an Arkansas LSU game in this building. Just if you had a thought on that, I was hoping to ask somebody.
I remember that game well. Hornsby.
What do you think about that? You never lost. You always win when you're
Probably need to play him more, I guess.
Yeah, Eric, you mentioned Davenport a couple of times already. I'm wondering if you could maybe expand on his defensive efforts and rebounding tonight, and just, I guess, on a human level, just what he's been like to coach. He seems like he's never short on energy and joy, I guess.
Yeah, I would say, that JD is you always want a spirit in practice, and you always want a spirit about you in games. And he has a really like a positive, uplifting spirit, personally, when I go down to coach practice, I'm looking forward to coaching JD because he brings energy and he brings enthusiasm. Even when he's not playing well, he has a great disposition about himself. And I think the greatest compliment that a coach can say about a player is that you love going down on the floor and coaching somebody. And that's how I feel about him. I'm not taking a deep breath, walking down, coaching him. I'm energetic and a magnet to go coach him, even pre-practice. I like walking to his basket because of his disposition. And then rebounding wise, he's had some really, really big offensive rebounds. I mean, we talk about trying to rebound through the elbows, kind of an NBA term, because there's a lot of rebounds that happen through there. And he's been the one guy that's bought in to rebounding through the elbows. And I think it's really helped us. And he plays super hard, and he hadn't shot the ball as well as he has in the past. And he hasn't shot the ball as well as maybe I thought he would, but he knocked down some big shots at Kentucky. And tonight his 1 of 3 will take that percentage. And we've given him the green light because we know what he's done in his past. Yeah, big free throw rebounds.
I guess KB was in here talking about the connectedness of the team doesn't really match the record. I guess from your perspective, how have you seen that develop throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's been when we coach him, I'll say it, and then people will say, well, what do you mean? I mean, we've had good practices. I mean, we really have. We've had some bad moments in games. The Vanderbilt 8-minute stretch, bad. We played bad, but our practices and fortunately the TV crews get to watch those practices. This team works, man. And I like coaching them. Wish the record was better. We had some games where the score got away from us and we didn't probably compete like we hope. But the teams, we're getting better. I don't know what's going to happen in the SEC tournament. I don't know what's going to happen. We have 2 games guaranteed right now. And I know I'm looking forward to coaching them, Thursday, Friday, and going in that locker room and heading out on the floor in Alabama with this team. And I think this team is continuing to gain respect amongst other teams in our league. I mean, I get texts from other coaches and people around the league that we're playing better basketball, and it's hard to do when you're sitting around 500 or whatever.
Quick, LSU entered the bonus in the second half pretty early. Was there any adjustment made, I guess?
Yeah, just we talked in the huddle. I don't know if you're referring to that we stopped fouling later or yeah. We look, we're trying to be aggressive. We're trying to be aggressive to take away threes. We're trying to be aggressive, creating more steals. You know, some of the questions that were asked, you know, earlier in the years, why not more steals? Or some of the things that we're talking about in the meeting, why not more steals? Why are we giving up so many threes? Well, those are aggressive plays. And so you're going to foul when you're aggressive. And that's been the nature of our teams in the past. And this team is now catching up from an identity standpoint to play with more physicality. And then in the huddle, once they got to the bonus early, I mean, I just wrote on the board, defend without fouling, show the refs your hands, go vertical, quit slapping at the ball, quit reaching. You know, still can get better at it though.
Eric, like you said, is, you know, the record isn't what you hoped for, but Alabama's a big opportunity. They're ranked. You beat Duke, obviously, but you've had played a lot of SEC teams that are ranked. It's a tough league, and you have been able to pull off some wins, even though you got close in some of those. How big an opportunity is it just to get to go to play at Alabama? I know it's early, but it's ESPN, and you know, they're a ranked team and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a yearly occurrence for us to go play at Alabama. So we just go there and we know they're going to be ready to play. We know they'll have a great crowd. We know they're explosive in transition. We know they want to take a lot of threes and try to get to the rim and take as many layups. You know, we know Sears and Estrada throw rifle passes with their left hand when they get in the lane for spit out threes. Now we got to try to do everything we can to defend them. Will be, you know, the biggest key, because they do have great spacing and they do share the ball, and they will be ready just based on, you know, they've had some games, you know, where they've been close and could have won and didn't. And so this is an opportunity for them to gain momentum going into the tournament. And it's a way for us to continue to try to build our confidence going into next Wednesday's game as well.
You played 8 guys primarily, and I know KB and Devo have a year left, but it was, you know, guys that are seniors, older guys, 4-year, 5th-year guys, whatever. How good did you like the rotation? And the seniors obviously did the bulk of the scoring, the rebound, and the assisting, you know, everything. The senior was kind of the coordinator, obviously, along with TB and Tremont.
Yeah, you know, I like our rotation, what we have going on right now. Sometimes, you know, during the course of the season, you're constantly tinkering, and if you pick up the box score from the last time we played LSU, it's it's a much different look than we were then. And I think we've settled in where guys are understanding roles, expectations, and you know, if a guy didn't play the minutes that you want or hope, you got to be ready when you get called upon. Especially knowing that, you know, we have a tournament coming up, and the position that we've put ourselves in order to advance, you know, we're going to be, you know, we're going to be playing a game and then another game, and then I mean, who knows? So everybody's got to be ready to play if in fact we play more than 2 games. Thanks.